Hi everyone. I am coming on today to share a tarot deck with you. A couple of weeks back, I was at an event called Glasgow Witchy Bazaar After Dark. It was here in my home city of Glasgow, funnily enough. Um, and it was just a brilliant wee event. There were workshops, there were stalls where you could buy stuff, there were drinks, they were serving drinks. I had myself a couple of lovely drinks, which actually I can't remember the name of now. Um, Probably because I had three of them. Anyway, one of the stalls uh, was being run by Katrin Blackwater. And Katrin has created her own tarot deck, and she was selling copies of her deck at the stall. So I was privileged enough to be able to buy a copy of the Katrin Blackwater Tarot from Katrin herself, and I even got her to sign the box for me. So I was like a kid at Christmas. She probably felt a bit weirded out because I was very excited that I was buying someone's tarot deck from them in person. It's the first time it's ever happened to me. And it's the first time I've ever been able to ask and get a creator to sign the product for me. Um, so yeah, I was a bit overexcited. Um, this is the deck. It's the Katrin Blackwater Tarot, as I've said. If you were in my live last Thursday, I think it was, I did share the deck a wee bit. I thumbed through it and showed some of the cards and stuff. But I wanted to give it justice and do a proper walkthrough. So here it is. Um, that it's a independently produced deck. It is a tuck box, but it's a beautiful, like thick card tuck box. It's beautifully designed. Like the artistry here is amazing. So you can see we've got Katrin Blackwater Tarot, got these trees all the way, like designed all the way around. On the four sides here, we've got like the cup, the sword, the pentacle, and the wand. And on the back, we've got some information. So it says, a tarot deck of powerful feminist sex positive witches designed by Katrin Blackwater. In this deck, you'll find 7 to 8 cards and 3 reference cards to guide you through your readings. Let this deck empower you to know your strength and work your wild magic. Printed by Generation Press, carbon neutral and solar powered sustainable printing. So I was talking to Katrin, and that was one of the things she said, that it was carbon neutral. It was, environmentally friendly, and that was important to her in making this product, that it was, environmentally friendly. So the there's no tuck box rage with this tuck box, let me assure you. The cards fit nicely in. It's one of these ones where, it comes down like that, so that you've got plenty of, it's got the wee thumb slot so you can easily slide them in and out. Um, these are the three kind of information cards that we have. Now, I'm not going to read out everything, but I will hold these up to the screen, so as you can see exactly what you're getting. You can pause this if you want to have a nosy at them. So they're double-sided. So as you can see, we're getting keywords for all of the majors here. And for the minors, again, it's keywords, and each suit has a side of a card. So we have the pentacles. On the other side, we have the swords, the wands, and the cups. So the card stock, just to do a wee size comparison. So they're more or less your standard US game size. You can see they're a hair shorter and less broad, but it's like barely noticeable. But what that means is that they're going to be perfect for shuffling because they're pretty much that standard tarot size. The cardstock, so I've already told you it's this kind of a environmentally friendly printing. It is beautiful, satiny, silky matte. There's no gloss on it, so you can see it's not catching the light in an awkward way. These are the backs of the cards. Uh, I'm saying satiny, silky matte. It almost feels papery. It has that papery sound. Um, Nice and thick. Um, Lovely thick card. Thick, chunky deck. So I can tell that it's going to be durable. Um, and I was showing you the back. So the back looks like kind of if you were to drop a stone in a body of water, like that's kind of a rippling effect. And we have this kind of a double moon. Absolutely stunning. And as I've showed you, it's got this beautiful matte black edging on it. So as you can see, the artwork is black and white, and I've read what it says in the box, so you've had a descriptor of the art, but let me now flip through and let you see all of the images for yourself. I'm going to take my face out of it because we don't need to be looking at me just flipping through cards, and let you really enjoy the flipping through of the cards. one of the things I thought was worth mentioning, the majors all retain their traditional titles. So if you work with the Rider-Waite-Smith system, then I'm pretty sure all of the majors have the same titles as in the Smith-Waite. However, the courts have been changed up. So instead of page, knight, queen, and king, we have the daughter, the sister, the priestess, and the goddess. And as you can see, the court cards have their, as well as being labelled Daughter of Wands, Sister of Wands, they're also numbered 11, 12, 13, and 14. So that's quite handy. It means that if you happen to forget which is which, you'll be able to kind of look at the number and see, right, okay, 14, that's usually called the king, so I know what I'm working with. Um, so yeah, I just thought that that would be worth mentioning, so as that you know that if you're going to be buying the deck. A wee bit about the shuffle. So this deck actually shuffles like an absolute dream. It's very kind of it's strong cardstock, but it's pliable, it's bendy, it's malleable. I don't know what the right word is. Flexible. There's a decent word. It's flexible cardstock, so you can get a right good riffle on it, and it waves really nicely as well, or bridges, whatever you want to call it. And like I said earlier, because of the size, it does overhand really, really nicely as well. So as a sample spread, there's a spread that I've worked with for, gosh, since I was young. It's in, I actually first found it, I think it's in this book, Secrets of Tarot, and this is a book that I got bought for me, when I was young and I was starting out with tarot. Um, it's an option spread, so it's really good for if you've got a client or if you are consulting the cards, because you've basically got two different options. Whoops. And you're not sure which path to go down. This is really good for basically just setting things out. Option one, option two, and seeing what comes up for each option, and it can empower you. It can help you to make a decision. So the example that I'll pick, say you've got someone who comes to you and say, look, I'm at a bit of a crossroads career-wise. I have been offered a promotion, but I'm not really sure if I want to take it. I enjoy what I'm doing right now. Um, the promotion would be great, financially wise, would be brilliant. Um, but I'm not sure if I want to mess with a good thing. It would be more responsibility, probably working longer hours. I'm sure we've all kind of either been asked that question or a question like it, or maybe even we've consulted the cards ourselves because we've had a similar scenario. And this doesn't just apply to career. This is a spread that you could use for, any kind of question. So the first thing I would do is I would kind of set the intention. I would say, right, okay, well, let's say that taking the promotion is option one, and staying in your current, career position is option two. Okay, so I kind of like to know what I'm doing in my head whilst I'm still going through the shuffle, and I don't know, the way I think about it is I'm letting the cards know what I'm going to be doing, so as they know what I'm up to. So option one, take the promotion. Option two, stay with current career position. Stay on current path. So the first card that comes out is just a general kind of describes the situation. So we've got the Four of Cups there. So, I mean, this could describe the situation just in general, where we see someone who's a bit kind of not sure how they're feeling about the current situation. Something is being offered to them, so we can see this cup up in the tree. They are being offered something new, but they're just not sure if they're kind of ready to take that. So that's actually a perfect card to describe the situation. I'm just going to zoom out so as that we can actually see all of the cards that I lay down. So yeah, the Four of Cups, and that kind of that feeling of being a bit turned off by the situation might be indicative of why a person would come for a tarot reading, and be seeking your help, I guess. So that's the general situation. We then go to looking into option one and option two. So firstly, we lay down a card for option one. And this was, taking the promotion. And we've got the Daughter of Cups. So this is kind of a like Page of Cups energy. This shows that, you're going to be like a fish out of water for a bit. This is going to be something completely new to you. Um, that's always going to come with, in this case, it's daughter energy. So it's that kind of that novelty, that newness, being like kind of thrown into a situation where all of a sudden you don't know exactly what you're doing. You have to learn again. So that is something to bear in mind, and it's maybe something obvious to say about the situation. Option two, the first card that comes out is the Five of Pentacles. Okay, so this was the sticking with the current career path. This is so Five of Pentacles might suggest that the person is currently in a bit of a tricky situation. They're maybe like struggling a wee bit materially. Maybe they're kind of and this is where we can open it up to a conversation. We can explain what the Five of Pentacles means. Sometimes it can mean money troubles. Sometimes it can mean feeling a bit like an outcast. So how, you would ask the person, how are you feeling in your current position? Do you feel a bit like you don't belong? Do you maybe feel like you're not getting on well with your colleagues, or are you maybe struggling financially? And the promotion, could that be a solution to that? Okay. Um, and generally, I lay three cards for each option and kind of a see overall what it says. But I mean, you can keep going really um, until you feel that you've got enough information. So if we had enough information right now to help the person, like empower them to be in the best position to make a decision, then we could stop. Um, let's see what else comes up. So we have the Sister of Pentacles coming up for option one for taking the promotion. Um, so Sister of Pentacles is kind of a like Knight of Pentacles energy. So for me, that's like staying the course, that's working hard. It's actually a very different energy to this Daughter of Cups energy. So Daughter of Cups is someone who's filled with imagination and wonder and awe and just constantly loves being surprised by the world around about them. The Sister of Pentacles, however, for me is someone who, I don't want to say they're lacking in imagination, but they maybe just don't value that side of themselves as much as what the Daughter of Cups does. They value hard work and doing things the way that they've always been done, doing things the proven way. Um, Now, this could be someone who your client would be working with. Maybe this is a mentor type figure who will come into their lives if they do choose to go down this path, or maybe this is the shoes that your client is going to be stepping into. Okay, so the Sister of Pentacles is an excellent energy if you're looking for abundance, financial abundance, career stability. If that's something they're looking for, then there's serious potential for them to step into those shoes, and I would advise them of that. But I would also be thinking, right, okay, well, if you are someone who constantly needs to be stimulated and surprised and kind of like just filled with this childlike enthusiasm and wonder about the job that you're doing, then you may well actually lose that a wee bit if you take the promotion. Okay, so that's maybe just something that they can think about. Let's see what we've got for option two, stay in the course. Okay, that's interesting. So we have the Empress. Um, so very, very different from the first card that we got. So the Five of Pentacles into the Empress energy. So for me, the Empress is a creatrix. The Empress is all about creativity. It's about creating your world around about you. Okay, so maybe if they stay in their current career path, there's going to be an opportunity to, I suppose, to see things change, to see a change to things that might actually, that this current Four of Cups slash Five of Pentacles energy, it might change that up. It might shake that up a wee bit, you know. So that might be what the Empress is indicating. And let's pull one more card for each option. So we have the Three of Wands coming out for option one for taking the promotion. Um, so the Three of Wands, it feels like a card of kind of almost waiting for something to happen. Um, Kind of a like it feels very similar in energy wise to this Sister of Pentacles. So in both scenarios, we see someone who's not exactly going anywhere fast. They're maybe kind of a just stay in the course, and maybe it's a managerial type position that the promotion represents. Maybe it is someone who's going to be, rather than getting in and about the work and getting their hands dirty, maybe they are going to have to take a step back and oversee things that are happening. Maybe they're not going to have direct control over that. Tangibly speaking, maybe that they are going to have to kind of oversee other people doing the work. And as you know, you can ask, is that something that they feel they can do? Because lots of people find that really difficult. Lots of us have this kind of a the what's the expression? If I can't do it, oh gosh, I'm having a pure mind fog moment. Um, if I want something done right, I need to do it myself. That's what I'm looking for. Um, so you would obviously want to make sure that your client is going to be comfortable stepping into those kind of that more managerial space and overseeing rather than directly doing. And finally, we have the Six of Pentacles coming out for option two. So, I mean, it's looking for this client like in the long run, both are, there's potential for success down both paths. Um, there's definitely nothing negative that we see and the path of taking the promotion. There's lots to learn, there's lots to do. This Sister of Pentacles suggests that they're going to be able to create a stable environment for themselves. Um, but also in our staying with your current career path line or option two, we see this Five of Pentacles being balanced out into the Six, and that's through this Empress energy. Okay, so the Six of Pentacles almost represents this unstable environment that we see in the Five that is being corrected. Okay, so if this does represent maybe financial troubles, then we maybe see that situation balancing itself out. This Empress energy that's coming in just feels like a whole new flavour. It feels like it's totally changing things up. So you can tell them that if you do stay the current path, it's not always going to feel like this. We do feel as though there's something coming in that's going to shake things up, that's going to change things up, and it might actually end up, you might be better off at some point in the future than what maybe you feel right now. Option spread. So that's just an idea of how it works and how I like to use it. You can obviously kind of change it up and use it how you feel best. I think this is an absolutely fantastic, beautiful deck. It reads really well. I felt like it flowed really well in that reading. I really liked it. It is black and white, obviously. So if you're someone who really vibes off color and stuff, then well, you can see it for yourself. But absolutely stunning, reads brilliantly. It shuffles like a dream, of course. I think Katrin has done an amazing job with it, and Yeah, thank you so much again, Katrin. It was, if you do watch this, it was lovely to meet you. Um, and yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Take care, and I'll see you all later. Bye bye.